Hey guys, welcome to our first segmented SWRUAnime Chat section. Welcome. Joining me here today is once again, as always, SWRU-chan.
Hello.
So yeah, she'll be taking the lead for this section because I believe she has had an interesting week in terms of series that we mentioned last week or the week before.
But
yeah.
I wouldn't quite call it interesting.
Anyway, well,
I don't think that's quite the word.
mhm.
Can you feel the hatred in my voice?
So let's ramp up to it. You've been following a couple of series, one of which is called.
It's got a very
The
long Japanese name, but I'm gonna show off by saying it out loud anyway. 週末に何していますか? 忙しいですか? 作ってもらっていいですか?
And it's also known as.
スカスカ.
So, what was it kind of about?
So, okay, so we are in an alternative world where the world has already been destroyed and this is a new world, and we have this main character who gets hired as a guard for this facility where he's supposed to be guarding these weapons, but when he goes there it's just full of these little girls ranging from a very young age to like teenage age.
Oh geez. Okay.
And then dun dun dun, they're the weapons that he's protecting.
Okay.
Then it progressed somehow, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or is going to progress because it's ongoing. Now, yeah, I know the premise is done and tried, but as I was watching it, I was kind of like, oh, do you know what? This isn't too bad. It's quite entertaining. It's alright.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching it, but...
A couple of things which kind of make or break a series for you.
Yes.
And there are some things which are just so unforgivably horrendous.
Yes.
Whether it's in the writing or the characterization or the plot, for example, that can really, for me, I have like quite an extensive list. For SWRU-chan, it's like a bit smaller. She tends to be a bit more forgiving with series.
Yeah.
When I heard about this, I was like, oh my god, they've messed something up big time to make her like hate this so much.
It's just okay. So basically, when you've been watching anime as long as we have been you just kind of build up this knowledge base of, you know, being able to predict what's going to happen or being able to predict exactly what a character is like, and you just build up this list of things that just break a show for you.
Yeah.
And I never knew.
As a tangential point, actually, when people create stories, it's like generally the best or most welcoming stories to people are those that go beyond just the plot, go beyond just characters. It actually tells a message, like, you know, be forgiving, or like learn to get over your past failures, or like learn to love again. It's something which is inherently positive, because some people will unconsciously take away the main message of the story, and it will affect them on a deeper level and change how they behave or act towards people. You should always, if you are a creator, aim to have a positive message in the end, because there are some people who can be negatively affected. The main character doesn't always need to win, but inherently there should be some goodness in the story. It shouldn't be a hate-filled or just like a racially insensitive, stuff that's ethically not positive for society, because kids might watch it and they might be affected and think, oh, race.
Because media actually gets used to perpetuate messages a lot.
And I know if you just watch a movie, you might think, oh, it's just a piece of media. It's just like escapism for a bit, but it is a huge part of culture. It's what we will be remembered by future generations. Like, oh, they created this. This shows XYZ, stuff like that. It's why we hope our story will help manga and anime. Kind of like, we're going for more mature themes. Help add to the kind of a quite limited amount of like mature themes and kind of those kind of topics for
Yeah,
animation.
can I get back to my rant now?
Yeah, anyway.
I'm like waiting to bubble over, okay?
Go for it.
Yes.
So what happened?
Just mentioning it to you and a couple of other friends on WhatsApp was not enough. I need to let this out.
Go for it.
Right, so, where was I?
You were saying how there was a character in the show.
No,
The
I was talking about my deal breakers.
Yeah.
Right. So not as extensive as SWRUAnime, but I have a list of things that are just deal breakers for me. And there were a few things that this show kind of did that I was like, I'm not a fan of that, but I still let it slide because I was like, you know what, it's okay. I can live with it. It's okay. But then in last week's episode of SWRUAnime, there's a scene, spoilers. There's a scene where the main guy, who by the way is the lead, he's the savior of these little girls because they're troubled or they have some kind of societal disadvantage, and he's going to help them kind of get over that.
Is he drawn that he's the main protagonist, such as like the generic kind of spiky
he
hair?
He is the main protagonist. You know he's the main protagonist because he's the only male character.
And he's meant to be like an actual hero, not an anti-hero.
Yeah,
right?
he's meant to be an actual hero.
So his typical traits are like good, he's helpful, caring.
Good, yes.
Okay.
And there's all of that. And whilst they never say things like, "Oh, you're so handsome" or whatever, he's drawn to be quite good looking.
As always.
Yeah. And so there's this bit where he's injured, and he got injured trying to help this one particular character in the show. And so when he recovered from his coma or whatever, the girls come in, and one girl voices her dissatisfaction at him because, why are you helping us for no reason? It's a bit annoying, or I'm not happy with it. And he says that, isn't you guys being cute good enough reason for me? And then she's like, us being cute is your reason to help us. That does not warrant us, getting help. And he has this particular line. I am word for word quoting him right now.
At least the English subversion.
The English subtitles, but like the Japanese is like, I actually replayed that scene like 3 times, and then I like looked away and just listened to what he was saying in Japanese, and it about translates to exactly the same thing. An attractive appearance is a manifestation of one's desire to be loved. That desire is why they look like that. Let that sink in. Just let that line sink in for like 5 seconds. And oh my god, just
hopefully it doesn't need to be explained to you viewers. We hope you guys have a sensibility about life and how to treat people. But that is a horrific thing for a protagonist.
Exactly. And it's not even so. Do you know a similar line? Because when I mentioned this to some of my friends, a similar line was actually said in another anime, and I was like, my immediate reaction was, "Oh, I definitely don't want to watch that. Tell me what anime that is." She told me which one it is, but she said, "Oh, but it comes from a hateful character who then gets one-upped later on." I was like, "Oh, then that's fine."
Fantastic.
Because this person is an evil character. This person, we're not meant to like them. We're not meant to follow what they say. So it's fine if they say horrible things.
Yeah. So if you guys don't get it, just to like explain it really overtly, what he's basically saying is that if you're ugly,
you don't
want to be loved,
and therefore you don't need to be loved,
and therefore you don't need to be held dear or whatever.
Yes.
That desire to be held dear.
Yes. If you're ugly, you have no desire to be loved.
Yeah. So, unless you're a model...
Am I allowed to swear?
Always.
Fuck this guy, I swear.
So
who the heck thought of this line? Fuck them.
Yeah, it's really insensitive to basically anyone who has, who isn't literally a model. I mean, even models would be like...
The F.
Even models don't think they're literally perfect. Image-wise. yeah, if you ain't attractive, you don't want love.
That's fine.
That's what the main protagonist is saying to a bunch of girls.
Yes.
And then
by
I
the way,
assume later
the eldest sort of girl there is like 15.
Ugh.
And there is another older lady, but she's like a side character, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hopefully, we can only hope that he gets murdered later on. Or, you know, that part...
He's the lead character. He's going to save the world at the end.
I hope the girls didn't take that as a compliment. And then, you know, jump in.
They kind of just let it slide.
Yeah.
No, she takes it as reason for it to be valid that he cares about them.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Yeah. So they take it as a good thing.
Fuck it. Fuck it all.
So, yeah. Horrible. What's his name? Willem Kmecht.
Kmecht? I don't care.
If
I don't care. Fuck him.
Yeah, he deserves to die.
Well,
Yeah.
Suffice to say, I dropped the show after that. That was my deal breaker. Like,
Yeah.
I am not letting anything else slide. Goodbye, Skaska. You may
Yeah.
be amazing, but I don't care.
Yep. So, yeah.
Well, that's my rant over. And that's our first short segment debut done. So, you know, you had Angry Swaru-chan for your first bit of...
Very... Just horrible. Just why would you have that come out of a person's mouth? Like, sincerely. Unless you sincerely, like, it's a villainous character who, I don't know...
Like the person in the other
everyone.
anime, yeah.
Like, horrific. Anyway, that's us done. First rant done. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next week with another rant.
Yeah, maybe, we'll see.
Rants are happy?
There could be a happy rant. You know, fangirl rant.
That's not a rant, though. That's just fangirling and squeeing.
Fine, whatever.
We'll squee one day, don't worry. Or at least I will.
Yeah.
Can you squee, Swaru-kun?
Squee! Anyway, that's enough out of us this time. Thanks for joining us. And hopefully, whilst Swaru-chan has a laughing hysteria. See you next time. Bye!